Hey everyone, this is Matt from Ethereum Sky. I'm out at the end of the world. I'm out in Anchorage in Alaska, heading deep into the wilderness in a couple hours to shoot a pretty unique project. I'll show you where I am because it's a pretty cool view. As soon as I can figure out, oh, I can't turn off the camera on this. Have a look at these mountains. Isn't that such a freaking awesome view to have out your window? I tried to do this as a proper live stream, but that didn't work. Internet out here is quite poor, unfortunately. But yeah, I was just in Germany. We just shot a really cool project, little shoot for Men's Health with Yahya Maten Abdul II. That's the new Morpheus from Matrix, which is in production in Berlin. And as soon as that finished, I flew out to Chicago where I had some of our gear, had to make some arrangements, and I'm out in Alaska. It was pretty crazy travel in times of Corona, with a million restrictions, with a lot of tests, and with a lot of stress, honestly. But yeah, tomorrow I'm headed out to a place which is quite likely the most isolated, the most remote that even I myself have ever been. I'm flying in 2 hours to Bethel, Alaska. That's actually closer to Russia than it is to the US. There's no roads to get there. You pretty much have to take this. Actually, no, I'm taking a semi-commercial flight tonight or today, and then tomorrow from there I'm taking a local charter flight to a tiny settlement of Antioch, Alaska. And Antioch is essentially the length of a small plane strip where a plane can land. It's about 600 meters. You can pretty much walk around the whole town in 5 minutes, I've been told. And I'm shooting a project out there for Business Insider. It's a story that deals with. It's a story that essentially follows the life of a small remote settlement postal worker. I guess the postal service is hot on the news right now in the US. I won't get into the political drama going on here. It's not yeah, things are not going very smooth in this country, unfortunately. But bottom line, this story actually is it seems to have personal value, and as such, it actually appeals to me more than just a client project. But it's a story that shows the life in a very different place. I mean, I've shot in North Korea, I've shot in Vietnam, I shot in China, I shot in Poland, Germany, all over. And the thing is, with globalization nowadays, people's lives are actually not that different in such different places. But well, remote Alaska, this will be a very different type of place, very different type of life. So yeah, I'm following a postal worker to capture. I'm trying to find a position for myself so you can kind of see the landscapes behind me. I guess this is not going to work because of the exposure. Never mind. But yeah, so that's the story I'm filming out there. I'll be there for about a week. I was supposed to have a small basic crew with me. But unfortunately, due to the pandemic situation, due to budgets, due to scheduling, and mainly due to Corona, that's not really possible at the moment. And as soon as I'm done in eastern Alaska, I'm actually flying back, just connecting in Anchorage, picking up a car, and I'm headed west to West Alaska, now very near the border, or well, not that near, but near to the border with Canada, actually, to a small town of McCarthy, where I'm going to be filming another project for the about the copper mines of Kennecott. And those are, this is a place that was the richest mine in the world back 100 years ago. It was a copper mine, and in the late 30s, it was largely abandoned, pretty much overnight. And the structures stay there till today. So it's a picturesque place in near Arctic Alaska. There's only a handful of people living there nowadays. They're all out there looking for an escape. Frankly, they're out there just looking to live off the nature. And it's certainly a place where you can get lost, where you can disconnect. So I'm very much looking forward to getting there, to being there, to filming there. And as soon as that's finished, I got 2 more projects. I'm nowhere near done. As soon as that's finished, I'm shooting one more spec project. And that's a story about musk oxen. Those are native animals in Alaska, and they're ancient animals. They date back to the Ice Age, and they used to walk the planet along with woolly mammoths and saber-toothed tigers, and they still survive till today. And there's a farm out here about an hour away from Anchorage, from where I am right now. And out there, they care for those animals, and they harvest. I will not even try because I have no idea how to pronounce that word. But it's essentially wool. It's musk ox wool that these animals produce. And it's supposed to be a very unique, very luxurious product, and it's a way to help preserve these animals, to care for them, and to give them a better life. And as soon as that's done, I'm actually getting to the main reason why I'm out here in Alaska. It's another project of my own. It's an in-house Etherium Sky production. It's a new film that we're working on, and for that project, I'm following this older Alaskan man deep into the wilderness, where in his youth he used to live without any human contact. So this is the story of Mike, who he went to the wild. He built a cabin for himself. He used to live there, just off the land, in tune with the land, in tune with nature. And then he one day had a dream, somewhat prophetic dream, because it pushed him to leave the wilderness, and the very following weekend to marry his wife. And now 50 years later, he's never been back there, and I'm filming his personal story, which is also a story of it's a story of Alaska. It's a story of freedom. It's a story of finding yourself in the nature. Sounds really cheesy, but I guess there's a big part to that, about living your life in tune with yourself, in tune with the flow of the world around you. So actually, for this project, we were supposed to also take a charter flight to yet another remote area of Alaska, which is actually the location where Mike built his cabin, where Mike lived. That's unfortunately not going to be possible right now due to Corona. So essentially right now we're just starting the project. I'm going to talk to some of Mike's friends. I'm going to talk to Mike. We're going to do some interviews. We're going to do some trekking, hiking, some other activities. Excuse me. And then I will try to come back out here around March. I was hoping that the Corona madness would be over by then. Now I'm not so hopeful anymore, but essentially, as things calm down, I will come back, and then we will fly with Mike to the wilderness to actually visit his cabin, and that will be the core of the film. I can't give any information yet in terms of when that might be finished, because everything's dependent on the global situation right now, but this is essentially what we're working on. So I have only about 40 minutes until I have to head to the airport. I'm gonna have some breakfast. I'm gonna get my gear ready, and I'm off to Bethel. I wanted to do all this as a live stream. I have this idea to do some daily live streams, actually, because I think all these projects are pretty unique and these locations are pretty unique. But sadly, I'll be completely cut off from the internet out there, and even out here in Anchorage. Well, that's maybe more the fault of the hotel, but the connection is really crap. So. Yeah, but out there actually there's no cell phone signal, even, I'm told, and no internet. I mean, I'll find out myself very soon, but that's what I've been told. And so yeah, so these will be just pre-recorded videos that I'll upload to the Ethereum Sky channels whenever I do find some connection. So thank you guys for tuning in, and be sure to check out ethereumsky.com as well as Ethereum Sky Films and Media Facebook. We have those 4 projects going on in the nearest weeks. There's also a live event from Audionaut, our musician duo, that's happening in Germany. It's partly based on our movie Artist Police, although it deals more with the soundtrack. It's essentially a live show in the south of Germany. If you're out in Germany, you should be there. The show is going to include clips from Artist Police. It's going to include live performance from our awesome Audionaut duo. There's going to be dancers and all kinds of fun entertainment. So yeah, check with us at ethereumsky.com, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.